Hey guys, it's Alyssa Marie, your intuitive reader. I hope you all are having a fantastic day. So I got a ring light, so excited to use that. If you notice, maybe the lighting's a little bit better, hopefully. What we're going to be talking about today is we're going to be talking about psychic attack. But before we get started, I do want to let you guys know that it would help me out so much if you subscribed so you don't miss any videos. I have a regular upload schedule now of Tuesdays and Thursdays, as well as hitting that notification bell so you are notified. Now, if you are interested in a personal reading, I do offer those in my Etsy shop, as well as crystals, candles, decks, etc. So go ahead and check that out. Now, we are going to be talking about psychic attack, what psychic attack is, how it can make you feel, and all those details about it. Now, the first thing about psychic attack is basically when a lower vibrational being or entity, or really even another person, can psychically attack us to drain our energy, drain our life force, and essentially lower our vibrational frequency. So it's a very real thing. Now, one of the things that's very tied to psychic attack is intrusive thoughts. You might be, I don't know if any of you guys have been driving around recently and all of a sudden you get a thought like, I want to jerk the wheel. I want to drive off the road. Sometimes it just comes out of nowhere. That can be a psychic attack. Or if, for instance, one of your family members who doesn't normally act a certain way says something just seems like, whoa, why would they say that to me? Why would they hurt me in that way? That can be an example of a psychic attack. Now, one important point now, if you don't even watch this whole video, please stay for this point because it is so important and I don't want you to miss out. One thing you will do is if you type in psychic attack or you look it up on YouTube, you'll find a lot of spiritual teachers talking about it. But one of the issues is that they will sometimes write off anxiety, depression, PTSD episodes, things like that. They will write them off as psychic attacks. I want you to know that if you have suicidal thoughts, if you have thoughts, like I said, intrusive thoughts, that does not always mean it is a psychic attack. Depression, anxiety, PTSD, there are so many mental illnesses out there, right, that are totally and completely a thing. I suffer from mental illnesses that has nothing to do with a lower vibrational being psychically attacking me. And I want to make it very clear that you know that while we are still higher vibrational beings, while we are still higher dimensional beings, we suffer from third dimensional illnesses. So please, if you look up stuff like that, know that that's valid. Know that there's not necessarily a reptilian attacking you. There's not a dark entity attacking you if you deal with these illnesses, because they are it's something that we do deal with as human beings, okay? That's very important. Now, back to the topic at hand. One thing is that when we have psychic attacks, we are more prone to get psychically attacked for a couple of reasons. Obviously, if we are in a lower vibrational frequency, naturally, and there are things that can make us in a lower vibrational frequency. Some examples would be if we are abusing a substance like alcohol, drugs, or if we are feeling sick even, that can make us in a lower frequency for a while. Oh, and yes, if you are feeling very negative, if you have a very pessimistic viewpoint on life, these things over time, and that's another key point, over time, because if you have a negative thought and you're like, oh, I hate my life, it's not like that's like boom, you're lowered. But if you constantly are like, I hate my life sucks, yada yada yada, eventually that will affect your frequency, and eventually that can cause that frequency to be lower. And when we are in a lower frequency, and you can look up more about that, what can cause you to be in a lower frequency, there's a lot of examples out there that I probably didn't list, you are more prone to a psychic attack. Also, even if, now this is important, even if you are in a higher frequency point in your life, which remember, we are in times where we're in high frequency, and then we're in low frequency, and then we're in a higher frequency, and it changes. If you are somebody who is psychically gifted, or who considers themselves to be very intuitive, very empathic, very, in a way, kind of all-knowing, right? Or shouldn't use the word all-knowing because none of us know everything, but very knowing, very in the know, researching all about the star seeds, all about opening up our third eye, getting connected, blah, blah, blah. That also makes you a prime target. And the reason why that makes you a prime target is because the darker entities on planet Earth, the darker entities in our whole multiverse, do not like people to know, do not like beings to question and to further our psychic exploration. So that's another point where you could get psychically attacked. And let's actually talk about how do we prevent psychic attack. Well, the first thing is to always keep our vibration at a good point. And so what that means is trying to at least be positive most of the time, trying to, cut out toxicities, toxic people, toxic habits, toxic behaviors. Try to have, of course, balance in our lives, a balanced diet, a balanced just frame of mind, right? There's not more darkness than light. There's not more light than darkness even. We have to have that balance. But what's super important to know, again, is you don't have to be in a low vibrational frequency to experience psychic attack. You do not. Anyone can experience psychic attack. Psychic attack also, I find, can really happen during sleep time. And why is that? Remember, during sleep time, during dream time, we are able to astral travel. And as we are astral traveling, it is easy for particular beings, if they want to attack us. But what's most important, too, is know that you're powerful. You're powerful, you're strong. This video is not meant to instill fear. Rather, it's meant to instill awareness. All you have to do, too, is remember, when you are going into meditation, when you are going to sleep, just remember to yourself, I am strong, I repel these psychic attacks. And the thing is that the psychic attacks, they can be instantaneous. They can happen over a period of time, but sometimes the feelings of being sick or even being depressed can be important, can be psychic attack. Doesn't have to be. You can still very much so suffer from mental illnesses, which are third dimensional. You can still suffer from physical illnesses, which are part of the physical realm. But there are those psychic attacks as well, okay? So I think that's all that I want to talk about today. I hope it's kind of made you a little bit aware, and I hope that, again, I didn't instill any fear, but rather awareness about these type of things. And know that, you don't necessarily need to be protected, because you are really your own protector. You can call upon particular beings if you like to protect you, but know that you have that protection always. A great just reminder to think about is to envision like this bubble or shield, and you'll see a lot of people talk about that, of light around you at all times, and just think of yourself as emanating white light, emanating golden light. And the thing is that though even the strongest people, even the most highly ascended people, are going to get psychically attacked. And that was my point. I forgot to mention, you can have those symptoms. So when you get psychically attacked, you can feel sick to your stomach. You can feel nausea. You can have headaches. You can have body aches. You can have, you name it. Sometimes you might just have a day where you feel so drained and there's no really reason why. It can be that. It doesn't have to be, but it can be that, okay? And so the first step, though, in eliminating all of that is to be in that positive frequency the best that you can, and to eliminate all toxicities that you can identify in your life. So I hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys next time, all right? I'll see you on Thursday. Have a wonderful rest of your day.